Watu wangu, it's Omagui back again, and welcome back to the channel that talks about dogs, dog behavior and anything that is related to dogs. The German Shepherd was developed in Germany at the end of the 19th century. The man behind the breed was Captain Max von Stefanitz, a former cavalry officer. His goal was not to create a beautiful dog, but to create an ultimate working dog. Watu wangu, it's Omagui back again, and welcome back to the channel that talks about dogs, dog behavior and anything related to dogs. He selected breeds based on intelligence, endurance, sound movement and stable temperament. The very first registered German Shepherd was a Sable German Shepherd. So we are here in Kiambu County in a place known as Limuru. Visit another to see one of the best dog trainers we have in Kenya. His name is Mishuki, and we want to see what the dogs can do and also get to learn and also get to know more about dogs, genetics and even health of the dogs. So the dogs that we are here with today are German Shepherd Sables. In German Shepherd was the German Shepherd dog was developed in the late 1800s by Captain John von Stefanitz, a former cavalry officer. So we are going to know and interact with this breed even from a genetic point of view. We are going even to interact with it even from a working point of view, because these dogs are working lines. And them being working lines, we want to see them in action. So watu wangu, stay tuned and let's see what these dogs can do. Check it away. The early German Shepherds were bred by shepherds, farmers and working men. Color consistency was irrelevant. What mattered was whether the dog could work all day, think independently, recover quickly and stable under pressure. The Sable pattern persisted because the dog was genetically dominant and because the dogs carrying the genes were proving themselves in work.
Hi guys there, my name is Ardu Michuti. I'm a dog trainer and welcome to my dog TV channel. Today we are going to demonstrate a few things do with the German Shepherd, actually the Sable, some obedience, some tricks, and you get amazed. It's a very good working line dog. Okay, they are not bad dogs. It all depends on the training. What's the dog supposed to do? Why you bred the dog? Is it a protection dog? Is it a police work dog? Is it a herding dog? There's no bad dog. They are all bred with intent. The intent that you bred the dog for. If you bred the dog for protection, there are no bad dogs. I can say that. It all depends on what the intent is. Yeah. And the dog we are going to use today is a German Shepherd Sable. We like the dog, the German Shepherd, because of its temperaments. It's a very high drive dog. It normally works very good with things to do with protection, police work, detection. Yeah, naturally, it's a working way, German Shepherd. and it's the one that I prefer mostly to use. One thing, they have a very high IQ, good ball drive, and they get it structure. In case of infection fail, case where you need a protection dog. So normally protection you need bigger dogs that are intimidating. Yeah, that's why I normally use the German too. In positive reinforcement, we normally talk about things to do with what the dog likes. The food, can it be food or toys? Normally in topic training, we start with food luring, where you use meat. Meat is generally the most liked food in dogs. So we use meat, pieces of meat, small pieces, where we reward the behavior. We normally reward the behavior, and as you progress, that is when you introduce the toys to reinforce that behavior. And in positive reinforcement, it's very good for puppies. One thing, you create a good environment, an interaction environment between you, the handler, and the dog. You create a bond in positive reinforcement. And later on, that is when we go ahead and introduce toys. In toys, we increase the speed, the agility, but to begin with, food luring is the best because you normally engage the mind of the dog in positive reinforcement using food. And that is how we start our early training using positive reinforcement.
Maintain hapo.
Protection training. We start with the puppy itself. How we mold the puppy, the prey drive. How do we get the dog to prey, to chase? And we start early. Protection does not entail that we start with bite work. No. We start modeling the dog from prey drive. You enhance the prey drive, where a dog can chase, a puppy can be able to chase, can be able to bite, attack, and from there you go molding the dog, that prey drive. You mold it to now the fighting pose. You switch to the fighting mode, where in later on we introduce the bite suit, the hard sleeve, all those kits. But we normally insist on protection training. You start early. You start with the puppy early, environment, socialization. Yeah, you start from there. You start or the puppy is young. You don't start when the dog is old, because it will give you some problem. And then in protection, the dog normally matters. You must have a high drive dog. Yeah, a well-built dog with high drive, with no environmental problems. A well-bred dog. You must have a well-bred dog, because you never you be able to train temperaments. Mostly what you do, you breed good dogs so that in protection training becomes easier. Yeah.
Temperament is the most misunderstood trait in a German Shepherd because it cannot be photographed. Strength can be measured, structure can be analyzed, and drive can be observed. Temperament reveals itself over time. In the original German Shepherd, temperament was not defined by aggression or friendliness. It was defined by clarity. A clear dog responds appropriately, not emotionally. The Sable working line often preserved this temperament not intentionally but by consequence. Dogs that lacked nerve and did not survive selection pressure were simply not bred. Over time, this reinforced a population where nerve resilience mattered more than appearance. From a genetic standpoint, temperament is highly heritable. A poor nerve cannot be trained away, it can only be managed temporarily. This is why serious working breeders prioritize environmental confidence, recovery after stress, absence of avoidance behavior. No training can replace genetic clarity.
In the German Shepherd Sable working line, we normally insist mostly on obedience training, because if you don't have the obedience while the puppy is still young, they become very destructive. They are very high destructive, and we insist you must install the behaviors at a very early age. The German Shepherds are generally very healthy, but we do have some complications here and there. But yes, I can say it's a quite a healthy breed, and genetically wise, they are good. They have a good temperament. They can protect. Yeah, it's a good breed. It's a good breed.
Okay.
Yes. Drink out. Spin. Da. Stand. Iya. Yes, I. Pretty. Yes, good.
In the end, temperament determines everything that matters. It determines whether the dog can be trusted, whether it can work, or whether it can live. And it determines whether the German Shepherd remains a working breed or becomes a fragile imitation of the one. So watu wangu. It was a nice thing joining me on this episode. Please like, subscribe, and also don't be ashamed to share. See you in the next.